Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Intro to Microeconomics online at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the Chapter 7 activities that I finished grading this morning. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for the Chapter 8 activities, which will be due at the end of this week. Okay? Alright, so Chapter 7 activities. Again, I did finish grading those this morning. Most of you did well on those activities, so go ahead and look at your grades for those and the corresponding grading comments, and let me know if you have any questions. There were a few of you that had some problems answering some of the questions on the Chapter 7 assignment. Some of you left off part of the answers for some of the questions. Also, it looked like some of you were kind of confused as to what the correct answer should be. So what I've done is I've created a review for the Chapter 7 assignment that kind of takes you for each question, basically, and I kind of take you through each question and kind of explain what I was looking for in an answer. So if you did miss something on the Chapter 7 assignment, whether it was not answering each part of each question, or not answering a part of a question accurately or thoroughly enough, then you may want to watch this review where I explain exactly what I was looking for in the answers for the Chapter 7 assignment. All right? So even though most of you did very well on the Chapter 7 assignment, there were some of you that had some issues there, and that's why I wanted to create that Chapter 7 review for you so that you can kind of use that to study those concepts and understand that for the midterm and final exams. Okay? All right. So let's see. The discussion that we had on the economies of scale at McDonald's, I thought that went really well. I really appreciate everyone's participation on the discussion, so keep up the good work on that. The Chapter 7 objective test, most of you did well on that, but I am noticing that most of you are just taking the objective test one time. Just as a reminder, you can take that test as many times you want to up until the due date. And also, I'm going to open up those objective tests to allow you to use that as a resource to study for the midterm and final exam. So just kind of keep that in mind. Your highest grade is automatically recorded on those, so it's to your benefit to take it more than once if you don't do well the first time. Okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. But like I said, overall on the Chapter 7 activities, most of you did well. So keep up the good work on that. All right. So what we've got coming up due for our next set of activities, if we go to the activities page in Ozarka, you'll notice under week 6, which is the week that we're on right now, we've got Chapter 8 activities due by Friday of this week, which is September 29th. So you've got the assignment, test, and discussion all due by Friday, September 29th. Just remember all the resources that you have available on the assignment page. You've got the videos. You've got the PowerPoint slides that I've linked for you there. So make use of those resources in addition to the textbook. Okay? And Chapter 8, by the way, deals with the first type of market structure that we're going to study, which is perfect competition. Okay? When we look at the way various markets are structured, there is a spectrum of market structures that we're going to look at, not only in this Chapter 8, but also in our next couple of chapters, Chapters 9 and 10. Basically, on one end of the spectrum, we have perfect competition, which is what we're going to talk about in Chapter 8. But we also have another end of the spectrum, which is monopoly, which will be talked about in the next couple of chapters. And then in between those two ends of the spectrum of market structure, we have oligopoly and monopolistic competition. All right. So the next three chapters, chapters 8 through 10, we're going to look at specific types of market structures, how how markets are structured, and because of that structure, what firms are able to do in that type of market structure, what they have control over, what they don't have control over, and how they're going to maximize profit or minimize losses within that market structure that they're operating in. Okay, so every firm, every producer basically has a particular type of market structure that they're operating in. And again, that's going to dictate how they're going to make production decisions, how they're going to take steps to maximize their profit. Okay? And so that's what you're going to be learning about in Chapter 8. Chapter 8, more specifically, you're going to learn about the short run and long run decisions that are made by firms in perfect competition market structure. You're also going to learn about specific marginal revenue and total revenue and average revenue within that particular type of market structure. And so if you haven't already learned the concepts of marginal revenue and total revenue and average revenue, and also on the cost side, marginal cost and average total cost and so forth, you'll need to make sure you really study those concepts. Some of those we talked about in Chapter 7 as far as the cost. And so make sure that you study those, because those are going to be important building blocks for what we're going to look at in these next three chapters. Okay? So just kind of make sure that you understand those concepts. And that's really all I have for you for today. So don't wait until the end of this week on Friday to get started on the Chapter 8 activities. They're going to take some time to complete. This is, like I said, the first of three chapters that deals with market structure. And I've noticed in the past some students have problems understanding the concepts that are presented in these chapters. So it's to your advantage to go ahead and get started early on this Chapter 8 set of activities, and make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to ask me questions if you have questions, or to use the resources effectively to complete these Chapter 8 activities. All right? So give yourself plenty of time, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you.